So I'm going to get comfortable. We're going to just have a chat to start. And then definitely stay in, talk to me. I really just wanted to do the rundown. I know I did a pretty thorough, I guess, introduction with what the paper that I printed out, or what am I trying to say? The sheet or whatever, the program itself that I wrote out. So trying to get my words in my mouth this morning. It was interesting. So let me just go over that, and we'll just kind of go in a little bit more detail about what I wanted to get out of this, or what I wanted to give you out of this program. So let's see. So if you haven't met me officially, my name is Stephanie Kraft. I know you've taken my Pilates and yoga, but it's I guess less personal being on versus than in class. So anyways, this is me. I've been in the industry for the last 10 years, and I absolutely love and I'm very inspired by teaching Pilates and yoga. And then the movements we will be doing aren't just Pilates and yoga. We're incorporating a lot of different fun, playful movements. So anyway, so let's get into the program and what I wanted. So excuse me for my awkwardness on Zoom. It's new to me. So the first step, let's see, I did want you all to take that time to read the program that I sent out, and if you don't have it already, then you'll get it. But I really wanted you to prep yourself, to start this program, to prep yourself, your surroundings. So clearing your space, starting with your home, that's a big thing. So clearing your space, decluttering your life, getting just kind of cleaned up is a nice way to start, to kind of set the stage for going into any program. And then I really want you guys to also clear the kitchen a bit. So clearing foods or things that don't serve you in this program or in your life in general. So things that are high in sugar or carbohydrates that aren't very nourishing to the body, or just all of the junk that we can clear out of our lives and our cupboards, that would be fabulous to get you started, so that you don't have all of any chocolate or cookies or cakes or things around that might encourage you. And I really don't want this program to be about weight or about image or about weighing ourselves. So I wanted you, if you would like to have that, have something to weigh yourself before and after. I'm totally fine if you weigh yourself before, and you can also measure yourself if you wanted to do that. But I really don't want you to focus on measuring and weighing during the program, because I want it to be on mindfulness and intuitive, and being more intuitive with your body. So do that if you would like to kind of set a before and after for yourself. Please don't do it during. And with the weight thing, I haven't personally weighed myself in over 3 years. I struggled, I'm sharing this because it's pertinent to what we're going to be discussing. I used to have a really bad battle with an eating disorder, binge eating, and it ruled my life for 8 years. And once I admitted that I had a problem and that it wasn't just going to go away, once I shared my story, is when my life really started changing. And part of that was not weighing myself. Once I got off that scale and I started eating all the things, and I started developing more of an intuitive way of eating, that's when everything changed for me. So I really, really encourage that. Not obsessing over the scale, not obsessing over what you look like, and being okay with where you are right now. And we'll embark on that journey of just how you're feeling, and all of the movement is so much more important. How you're feeling inside, whether versus a number on the scale. So I don't want that to be a focus. And that was a big thing for this program, because most training programs aren't necessarily like that. So going forward, I would like you to all create a weekly plan. and I wrote it out for you, a bit of kind of what I would like. On top of the 2 training classes that we're going to be doing together, I do want you to pick at least 2 more days that you do a little bit higher intensity workouts. And that could be a group fitness class, that could be a really quick 10-minute like Tabata style training, which you're going all out for 20 seconds and you have 10 seconds off. That could take 10 seconds of, or 10 minutes of your day and really kind of boost your heart rate up. We can go over that some more later too. It could be a run or going on the elliptical or whatever suits you. I just want you to get those 2 extra day of movements that I'm not personally here with you. We'll get you up and running when we're together, but there's only so much I can do in those 2 days. You have to hold yourself accountable for the rest of the week. And so I will check in with you. I will be asking you what you're doing. But I also don't want to be a hound. This is your program. This is your life, your practice. So I will be here just to guide you through it. So picking those 2 movements, whatever suits you. And then going into also planning out your meals every week. So whether you want to just have more of an intuitive approach, continue with what you're doing, but cleaning things up a little bit, you totally can do that. I'm choosing, or I've already started doing the Whole30, which is just, to me, is just a cleanse. It's not for everyone. And having a history of an eating disorder, the only reason I'm doing this now is because I've tackled that. Food no longer has control over my mind or my choices that I choose. So with more of an intuitive approach, if you would like to join me on that journey, you would have to buy the book or just research the Whole30. It is stricter. It's eliminating all the sugars, carbohydrates, besides certainly eating fruits is acceptable. It's just a cleanse, it's just to reset. So that's an option. Absolutely, you don't have to do that. It would just be a plan that you could follow if you would like to do that. The other thing, I had a book called Intuitive Eating. And for me, that book was super, super helpful with guiding me when I was struggling with eating disorders, and gave me the groundwork and tools to understand what intuitive eating was and to take control over my relationship with food. So that one was by Evelyn Treboil. I think that's how you pronounce her name. That one's only like $15 on Amazon or wherever, another bookstore if you want to find it. Obviously, if you don't have those books, you'd have to order them, but just some resources for you. But going forward, I would just like you to have a mindful, intuitive approach to eating. So I don't want you to say food is good nor bad. It's neither of those. It's fuel for our bodies, and it's it's what gets us through our days. And yes, it's sometimes emotional, like we eat emotionally or we're really connected with our food, but just having more of an intuitive approach. So eating when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, setting a little bit of boundaries and some guidelines. And so if you go shopping at the start of the week, it'll be helpful if you plan out the weeks and go shopping for that week, so we're not at the grocery store all the time, especially during these times. And just setting the stage for that. So we can go over that more personally, so we can email or we can talk on the phone about your own personal goals and plans for that. So I'm happy to go over that some more. So, and then I would love for you, if you have a hobby or a passion that you really enjoy, every week do that one time a week. That could be 10 minutes, or probably not 10 minutes, but that could be 30 minutes of your time, maybe an hour, maybe a whole day. But choosing a hobby or something that brings you joy, I would love for you to do. And then I would love for you to pick one new recipe a week. So that was one of my other things, just one new recipe you cook for your family or yourself to enjoy and to be playful with. And then journaling is super, super powerful. And it's a really great way to check in with yourself, to get your thoughts out. It's kind of a way of therapy, essentially, just getting it on paper. If that's something that you enjoy doing or something that you can incorporate, I do encourage it either once a week or every day. That would be great. And then going into the daily plan, let me find all my things here. So I wrote this out pretty thoroughly. So every day I want us to start with a plank. So the reason I chose a plank is it's one of my favorite movements, or it's not really a movement unless you're moving within the plank, but it's a static movement. It's amazing for strengthening your core. So every morning, it doesn't matter what level you're at. You could be on your forearms, you could be on your hands, you could be on your couch, your table, doesn't matter. Just 1 minute, get up, do a plank. 1 minute in the morning, it could be on your knees. I want it to be like a daily thing that we set, that we create a habit of doing, just to get you energized for the morning. When I've set these goals or plans, they've been really effective and they've been a fun little thing. So that's one of my goals for you. And then we'll vary that plank as we go on through the program. And so I'll shout out some things that that might be fun to change up your plank in the morning. Daily positive affirmations or acts of service, kindness. On the very last sheet, I have 31 things written down. I want you to choose one every single day if you can. If you don't, I'm not going to hound on you. This is your practice, your thing. I wrote all these down. I thought them out of some fun, playful, kind things that we can do for ourselves or for others. So I would really love for you to incorporate those small little things that might take 1 minute of your time into your practice every day. And then every day we're going to have something that you're grateful for. So wake up in the morning, do your plank, or maybe wake up in the morning, actually have your glass of water, and think about just one thing you're grateful for. If you want to write that down, that would be great. So you can just track those things. I'm doing a gratitude on Facebook because it keeps me accountable. So I'm doing 30 days of gratitude. It just helps to write it out and get it out in the world, or if you just write it on a piece of paper. Gratitude is something that brings immense happiness into our lives. And it's something so, so simple that we can do. And that can be anything. And then, of course, we'll do our daily movement. I do want you to be active every day, whether that's walking, whether that's gardening, whatever you choose. And then those 4 days, I want it to be more of that workout based or bigger movement based that I want you to do. So just being a little bit more active, trying to just be mindful of that. And then drinking water. So I had mentioned that briefly, waking up, drinking water. Water is so important and it's so hard to do right now. To remind ourselves, including myself. I struggle with it because it's cold and we're stuck inside. I want you to get half your body weight in ounces every day. So I wrote that down, if you weigh 150 pounds, that would be, I believe, 75 ounces of water a day. So like for me, I have to drink two of these big bottles a day of water. So sometimes it's hard to do. If you want to put lemon in it or something that can flavor it up, some people struggle with that. You can drink tea, whatever it is, get it in. And I think it's really important to start your day after you fasted all night with water. So drinking and warm lemon water is a really nice way to hydrate the body in the morning, as well as get the metabolism started for the day. So I really love doing that as well. So just things to think about. And then the log, the daily log, last but not least, I printed out, or I sent to you guys a daily log. And I'm trying to find it here. I want you to keep track. So print them out. You can print them weekly or daily, whatever works for you. I'm going to take this out real quick. They're not completely specific to what I'm saying on my daily plan, but you can get the picture of it. So here's, oops, I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna bring this closer. So here, if you wanted to do like your gratitude here, there's a quote of the day. If you want to just like write in your daily gratitude here, what you're grateful for. And then your movement, plank, workout, the water you're consuming, And I do want you to briefly write down what you eat. I don't want you to obsess over it. Just write it down. It doesn't have to be detailed, just to keep yourself on track and accountable. So we're not obsessing over that. We're just briefly writing it down. And I emphasize that because tracking was a big issue for me in the past. And then you can write in here, like, or wherever you would like self-care. And then there's a note thing. So just use this to your, however you want to organize it, following the thing that I planned out, the daily plan that I planned out. So that will keep you on track. We'll do that every day, creating that plan for the week for yourself, those 2 additional movements, and maybe just planning out just what you want to get out of the week. So anyways, I know, all over the place. First time doing this. So let me see if there's other things I wanted to touch base with. Daily sheet, we went over that. Perfect. Yeah, so throughout this program, the big thing is to hold you accountable. So I'm going to be here every Tuesday, Thursday. Hopefully you'll show up with me. If you don't, you can always take the classes later, but I do really want you to take them. I want to hold you accountable to this. And I will be checking in on a very frequent basis via email, or we could text. I'll communicate with you of what best works for you and what you would prefer. So I do want this to be very specific to you as well. And then the movement, I got one of your responses to the questionnaire. If the other 2 of you could send those to me so I know where you're at in your life, and as well as I really want to know about injuries. That's really important so that I can create these programs and I can shout out modifications to those certain areas that we need to work on. And so hopefully the movement today won't be too aggressive on certain ailments or joints. But I'll shout out some modifications as we get there. So, all right, that was long-winded. Do we have any questions for me at this moment?
I haven't gotten the questionnaires or any of the information yet. I just found out about it last night, about the class. So I just signed up today.
Perfect. That is not a problem. So today is just the rest of this class today is going to be movement. So I'm going to send those to you. It's really, really thorough. So if I didn't touch on something right now in my roundabout way of talking, it will be very thorough in the pamphlet that I send to you and all of the information that you need. So that will be fun. And then there'll be the questionnaires, health history, as well as some personal questions about diet and fitness, which are really pertinent to me understanding you, knowing you, because I really want to help you on this journey. I've been through a really, really long one myself, and it's why I'm in the industry, and it's why I can really relate to people with movement, with eating disorders, with just our relationship with our bodies, with our food, with our mind. And so it's so important that I can connect with you on that deeper level. And that's what this is how this differs from a small group or the normal virtual classes that aren't so personal. So I want to keep you accountable and guide you. So I'll be sending it out. Was there anything else?
Stephanie, I had a question about how to make the journaling meaningful.
Yeah.
I've journaled in the past and found eventually that it wasn't helpful. So, so that's why I'd like some suggestions. How do you make it useful for yourself and keep it positive?
You know, oftentimes when I journal, it's about my negative thoughts, honestly.
Yeah.
So, and that is okay because it gets it out. And for me,
that was what I saw. Journals and my own journals and journals of lots of angst and difficult things.
Or like a therapist. Like I've seen lots of therapy in my life, and when I realized that I had a problem, like I had a big problem, and I was miserable for 8 years. 8 years, food completely, it was like a demon inside my head. It completely absorbed me and controlled me. I was super crazy, like gung-ho in the gym, 3 hours a day, you know, but I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. And talking to a therapist, so goes into journaling, talking to a therapist was what got me out of that, is what, you know, all of the demons in my head, all of the crap I could just spill out, it helped clear my mind. And so that's to me what journaling does, in a sense of, so don't harp on yourself if it's all negative. If you have this stuff in your mind, let it out. We need to live our emotion. We need to feel our emotions. We need to let them out to release that stress and that energy. That loop, that cycle is so important. So don't be too hard on yourself if it's negative, because I sit down and it's like, this is what's going on in my head, and why am I feeling this way? And sometimes it brings perspective on, why are we feeling this way, or how can I the bug how can I respect where I'm at right now, and sit with where I'm at right now.
That I like that.
Yeah. And so also into that, also, right, when you're happy, like express, and I know we generally don't want to journal when we're happy, because we're like, oh, I'm good, I don't need that. But journal when you're happy, if something's going good for you in your life. It's a nice way to kind of check back. And your journaling is totally up to you. It's what you want to do. It's your life, your program, if that works. And so the other thing, the question of the week, which I wrote on the program, and this week I want you to, so each week there'll be a question, and I really do want you to do them. This week I want you to ask 3 people 3 things that they love about you. So it can be a pretty emotional, pretty intense thing to ask, but you'll get so much out of the results and what people. So I really want you to do that. It doesn't need to be something that you tell me unless you want to. If you want to write how it goes to me, I would love to hear your story, but this is personal. So this journey is yours, and I want to share some things and to give you some tidbits or some guidance to help bring you a little bit more joy and balance in your life. So that's the question of the week. Ask 3 people 3 things that they love about you. And then each week we'll have a topic. So yeah. And then going forward, I will just be connecting, and we'll get a little bit more, I guess, put together as things go on. This is all so new. And we do all 3 of you have a Facebook page?
Yes.
No, you don't? Okay. And I'll send you.
I don't do Facebook.
Which is great. You know, Facebook is not the greatest place to be. But if the other 2 of you do, we were going to try to develop just a little Facebook group room that we can actually be part of a group and connect if you want that connection with other members. And that is totally optional. And that's a place I might post inspirational things that I think are helpful in the program, or a place that we can just communicate. So I'll let you know more once we get that up and running. And then not having it, I will just email you and connect personally with you. So
thank you.
Yeah. So after this, I do want you to go and print out all the information that I sent you, if you have a printer, or however you need to do that. And then just give me back the medical questionnaire, as well as the health and fitness one, just so that going forward, I have more insight on you personally. So, all right, we're gonna get started on the movement portion. So let's get up. Today's focus is going to be on breath work and grounding. So working on stress relief, breath work, learning how to breathe. So the first few minutes is going to be mindfulness and breath work, and just focusing in on our bodies. And then as we progress, we'll do more yoga-based movements, kind of freestyle yoga-based movements to get our body warmed up. And then I have some circuits planned for us. And so if something doesn't feel good, holler out, let me know, and we can do modifications. I'll try to shout out modifications as we go. I try to be as good as I can with that, so everyone's bodies are different. So before we get started, do any of you have wrist issues that, like, planking would be a struggle, or downward facing dog?
No.
Oh, you're good. Okay. I think, and they're muted. So, all right. Well, we're just gonna go with it. We'll see what happens. Awesome. Let's get situated. I think, yep, you can all see me perfect. So we just need your bodies today. If you want to go ahead and mute yourself, if for some reason you're like, hey, I need to ask a question, please chime in. I want this to be work for everybody. So I think we'll be good with our movement today. So I'll have you mute yourself just so there's not a lot of static or distraction, and so we can really focus in. So perfect, good timing. So I thought it would take about 30 minutes for talking. So let's come to a seat. If you would like to grab a pillow, come onto a pillow. Sometimes if we have any lower back issues or things going on, a pillow might be nice to prop up on. So whatever feels good. And then, yeah, we're just gonna focus on breathing. So let's come to a comfortable seat. Let's bring your hands on the knees, growing really tall through the spine. And let's just take a nice deep breath. Let's close our eyes and settle in. So the first breath work is just your intuitive breathing, just your normal breathing. So let's spend about 5 breaths just in your normal breath. And I just want you to be aware of it. Be aware if it's shallow or if it's big breath. Just be aware of the sensations in your body. And just be aware of what's intuitive to you in your breath. And if you're really in touch with your body and the breath, or if it's something you struggle with. Breathing is one of the biggest things that can bring us grounding in our life, can reduce stress, really big for stress reduction. So just being in tune with that. Beautiful. We'll take one more breath here. And then let's bring your hands on your bellies, just one over the other, it doesn't matter which one. And let's start belly breathing. So both hands on the belly, expanding and inflating that belly like a balloon, and then exhaling it on out. Fully out, fully in. Whatever breath is intuitive, I'll have you switch it up in a moment. So 5 breaths, filling your belly. Exhale, letting go. And feeling the belly. Letting go, maybe sighing it out if that feels good. Good, and let's change the breathing pattern into Ujjayi breath. So that yogi breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, still filling the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe finding that little restriction in the back of your throat. Inhale. And exhale. And just bringing all of your focus, all of your mind into your breath. Clearing your mind, creating a space for you. This safe, comfortable space to practice and move in. And I'll take 2 more this way. And just 1 more, in through the nose, out through the nose. Letting go, and now let's take the hands to the outsides of the ribs into Pilates breath. So we'll expand the ribs, pressing those hands outwards, inhaling. Exhaling, the hands will come back in towards each other. Inhaling here, pressing those ribs out. Exhaling, the hands back in towards each other. Now find that breath. It's in through the nose, out through the mouth, this one. And the Pilates breath is exhaling through the mouth, letting go. So it's a little bit more forceful. Inhale. Exhale. Letting go. Good. Just feeling the difference in your body and the breath. Good, and the sensations. Just 1 more time this way. Letting go. And then just fully expand, bringing your hands down to your knees again. Fully just allow the belly and the side body to expand. And sigh it out. Letting go. We'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, letting go. I want you to sigh it out, releasing the tension, the energy, the stressors. Inhale. Sigh it out. We have one more that way. Letting go. Roll those shoulders back a few times. Take another deep breath. And we're going to do another grounding exercise. Let's bring both hands on top of the head. Press down onto your head. I want you to really feel your roots, your tailbones sinking into the earth. Close your eyes for a moment. Just feel the pressure on the top of your head. Feel the pressure grounding into the earth. Take a moment and breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting go. Feeling the tension release in the body. Just being in tune with how you're feeling. One more breath. Exhale it all out. Letting go. Beautiful. Release your hands. Bring them down to your sides. We'll start big. Shoulder rolls back. Let's start bringing some awareness into the body. Maybe just keeping your eyes closed if you like. Good. And then we'll bring your hands to your knees and let's come into a really aware or deep awareness cat-cow. So really slowly tucking the pelvis under, rolling through the spine, seated cat-cows. Round back as far as you can. And then inhale as you come forward, looking up towards the sky. So I want this to be very mindful with your body, tucking the pelvis, rolling through the spine. So this class is really about the breath and grounding the body, feeling connected with your body and with the earth. So slow, controlled, precise movements. Inhaling, moving through that spine, exhaling, and coming through center, right back through center. Let's do circles. So I want this, instead of being really flowy circles like I usually do in my classes, I want them to be slow and precise, keeping your tailbone on the floor. Feeling the ribs moving, following the breath. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Let's go the other direction. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And I'll just keep cueing that breath this whole time and bringing awareness to grounding movements. Let's go one more time. Bring it through center. Inhale the arms. Exhale, side bend. Keep those sits bones grounded. Get that nice side body stretch for just a moment. Maybe look up towards the sky. Inhale, center. Exhale, flow to the other side. Nice big side body stretch. Take just a moment. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, one more time, each side, looking towards the sky, maybe opening up the shoulders. Inhale, center. Exhale, over. Looking up towards the sky. Beautiful. Bring it through center. Let's come all the way onto all fours. So just shifting forward, wrists right underneath the shoulders. Now we really want wide palms. Think jazz hands, suctioning through those palms, really important. Bringing awareness into those shoulders, wrapping those biceps inwards, being really, really mindful with pressing into the earth and having that connection with the knees and the feet. Let's take a few cat-cows here, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhaling, rounding through the spine. Finding slowness, finding that connection with the earth and finding the connection with your body. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Good, keep it going. Let's go 2 more times. Beautiful. Neutral spine right here. Go ahead and lift your right leg. We're gonna start doing nice big circles with that leg. So really big circles, pulling the belly in. So we lift to the side, we pull all the way back, pulling that knee down. Let's go 2. And one other direction. We're gonna switch it up, whoops, other way. Good, nice big circles. Let's go 3. We're gonna change it up in 2. And for 1, Now lift the leg up to the side, circle around. We're gonna pull the leg all the way back across the body, like we're in like a child's pose with that twisted variation. And then come all the way up, knee comes all the way down and around. So let's do this a few times. Lift that leg, we reach. Press back, get that nice stretch, working on that mobility of the body. Good, 2 more times. Let's reach. Foot reaches all the way back and come up and around. So I know my angles are hard in this, in my own place here. I have minimal space, so hopefully you can see those angles good. And come all the way back up, lovely. Let's reset or reground those hands and those knees. Other side, let's lift, rotate. Good, so just being really mindful in this warm up that we're doing. Up and open, working on pulling that belly in. Working on my shoulder strength, connecting with the earth, breathe, using your breath. Let's go the other direction. I think I'm going both ways here. You guys do your thing. Let's go 2 and 1. Now this next time, lift that leg up, cross it over. See if I have space. Good, reach into that little twisted child's pose. Come up and over with that leg back to center. Good, let's go 3 more times, reaching over the body. Good, this should feel really good. Breathe, breathe. Enjoying, appreciating what your body has to offer, what it's doing for you in this moment. Good. Your ability to move is so important. Good. Bring the knees back. Let's lift your left arm to the sky and then weave it on through for a quick shoulder stretch. Come down to your cheek, reach the arm up overhead for just a moment. And if you would like to challenge yourself, lengthen your right leg. Let's see if you can find some balance. Breathe. You can bring your toe on the floor if you like. Just try to lengthen it out. Breathe, breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee back down. Bring the hand underneath your shoulder. Lift your arm to the sky. And let's just go right into the other side. Lifting the arm, weaving it through, finding that grounding. Breathe, stretching the shoulder. If you would like to lengthen your left leg here, stretch it out. So opposite arm is weaving through, opposite leg is lifting. Find that connection with your core. If you fall over, I've done that before. Get yourself back up. Good, bring your knee back in. Hand underneath your shoulder. Bring it back through center, beautiful. Let's tuck your toes under now. And then with some strength of those shoulders with the belly, let's lift those knees on up. Come down, shift forward, shift back, come center. Lift the knees up, pull the belly in, come down, shift back, shift center, or shift forward, shift center. Let's lift one more time. Gotta lift those knees, shift forward, shift back, come center. Beautiful. Let's walk those hands in front of you just a bit. We're gonna come into a push-up variation. So bring your knees fairly wide. Well, just as wide as your hips, really. We're gonna shift our weight forward and backwards a few times, and then we're gonna come into a push-up, warming up through those shoulders. So press back. I want those toes tucked. So keep them tucked. So active child's pose. Come on forward, working through the shoulders. Let's go for 2. For 1, come on forward. Let's drop down, elbows tuck in into a push-up. Chest down, belly down, lift it right back up. Down, or child's pose, lovely. Press it forward, elbows tuck, belly down, chest down. Work into those triceps. Be gentle on the shoulders. If this doesn't work for you, you're welcome to do halfway. You're also welcome just to shift forward to that modified plank. Let's go 2. One more time, finding an active child's pose. Good, right here, toes tuck, press into the earth, bring the forehead down. Walk yourself over, your hands over to the right and left, just for a brief moment, connecting with the earth, finding your breath. Feeling good in the body. Come back through center. We're gonna come to all fours, back to here, tuck the toes. Hover those knees, press back, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out those legs, find some movement. Press into your palms, lengthen on out. Good. And then lift your heels. Let's come back to our hover. Just hovering those knees, pressing back, downward dog. So warming up through the shoulders and our bigger movements, we're going to be doing some of these. Good, hovering, downward facing dog. Maybe pedal it out a couple times. Find what movement works for you. Come forward, hover. Last time, down dog. Pedal it out. Sink those heels down to the earth. Lengthen through the palm, or lengthen through the spine. Wrap those biceps inwards. Shoulders pull out of your ears. Take a moment, breathe. I want you to find equality into the palms and the feet. Really find the length in your body. Take just a moment here. Breathe. Now go ahead and lift your left leg to the sky. Step your foot in between your hands. Set the back knee down. Let's rise on up. Really tucking this pelvis under. Pressing forward.
For me.
Lifting your arms up. We're going to open the heart and then close on here. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Use your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Blow it out. Inhale one more time. Exhale, close. We open. Look to the sky. Maybe your back bend if it feels good. Hands are going to come down, so this might be a little bit tricky. We're going to lift that back knee up, lengthen up. We're going to pivot. So you'll pivot probably to your right and come into a side lunge. So this knee's bent, my booty's back. And we're going to pivot forward, coming back down, lifting back up. So working in that mobility, you guys do the best you can. Come sideways. Stretching that inner thigh wherever you need to be. If you're higher, that's okay. So maybe you're right here, and that's where you need to be. Totally fine. Good. And we'll lift. We'll come side just 2 more times. You can get low, get low. Dropping that knee, lifting. Good. Breathe, breathe. Coming forward. One more time after this. I don't know if that was 2 or 1, but that's okay. I'm in the groove. Good. Sink it down. Coming forward. Lifting up. Lovely. Plant your hands right back to down dog. Pedal it out. Ground your feet. Lengthen your spine. Find your breath. Lift your right leg. Step that foot through. Step the back knee down. Untuck the back toe. Let's rise. Tucking this pelvis under. Really tuck it so you get that hip flexor stretch. Lovely. Open the arms. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Good. Being mindful. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Reach. Hands to the floor. Lift that back knee. Same thing. Pivoting probably to your left now if you're mirroring me here. Get nice and low. Get that inner thigh stretched out. Back knee down. We lift. Hands down, shift. Good. Breathe forward. 3 more times. Hands down, shift. You got this. Be where you're at today. That is really important to all these movements, that you respect your body, that you're mindful of where you need to be. Good. Let's do 1 more because I think we did more on the other side. Let's shift. Come center. Arms up. Beautiful. Hands down. Bring it nice and wide with those knees. Untuck your toes. Now I want you to rest into the earth. Forehead down. Beautiful work. So it was just our little mindful flow to start. Take just a moment, find your breath. Maybe your heart rate's up just a little bit from that last little segment. Good. Really connect with your hands, feeling your body heavy onto the earth. One more breath because it feels good. Let's roll ourselves on up. And we're going to come into the bulk of class. So the next round, we're going to do 2 rounds. And it's going to be 3 movements 3 times. The first portion is not going to be timed, but the second one will be. The second one is core, the first one is full body. So do your best. I'm going to demo first, and then we'll get started. So the first movement, You're gonna come into this bear hover. So this is called bear, where those knees are right underneath those hips. So just like we were doing, we're really pulling in the belly. Make sure those shoulders are in their sockets. I want to strengthen you, not hurt you here. Really wide grasp with the hands. So same thing we were doing. We're gonna hover for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come back into that down dog for 3, 2, 1. We'll come down and up. So we'll do that 3 times. And then once we're into this hover, you can hop here. And we're gonna do 3 squats, or you can just step forward, 3 squats, meaningful, deep squats, all right? So let's just do that, and then we'll go to the next movement. So I'll show you as we progress, so you'll have that time of rest where I demo it, and then you'll repeat. So here we go, let's get started. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath. We're gonna pick it up a little bit, so it's gonna be a little bit more intense. Hopefully you sweat a little, hopefully you get your heart rates up. So here we go, tuck those toes, lift those knees. 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog for 3, 2, 1, find your hover. 3, 2, 1, down dog. 3, 2, 1, hold your hover. 3, 2, 1, step or hop it forward. Here we go, 3 squats. If you can get deep in the squats, try to do that. One more time. Sink it down, hands down, back to your hover. 3, 2, 1, good. Down dog to hover. I'm not gonna count anymore, just follow with me. Down dog, hover, breathe. Down dog, feel the strength in the body. Hover, one more time. Down dog, hover, hold. 3, 2, hop or step forward for deep squats. Here we go, breathe. For 3, get to those thighs, knees press outwards. For 2, these are wide squats. And 1, good. Come on down, back to your hover. I know it, hang in there. Let's press back, down dog. Back to your hover. Down dog. Back to your hover. One last time. Hover here, we step it up. Here we go. We have one more time after this. For 3, I do want your heart rates getting up. I do want to challenge you, that's the point. One more time. I think it's more like a 4 squat. Hands down one more time here. Hover. Down dog. Now this is your practice. If you want to take a break, you certainly can do that. Try to follow along. Last time, find your hover. Step or hop forward. Find that squat. Here we go for 3. For 2, can you get low? And 1. Good. Come on up, shake those legs out. Beautiful. Next exercise. All right, what do I want to do? Kneeling push-ups. Okay, to side plank. So this is what we're going to do. Take that second of a break, get some water. Hands underneath the shoulders. Modifiers is what I'm going to show. We're going to do a push-up. Come into a side plank. Tap down.
Oh,
Lift.
I can do that.
Come to your center. Push up. Come to the other side. We tap. We lift. Come center. Now, if you wanted to increase that, that would be here. Sideways, we reach, come up, and center. So let's get started. I know, it's intense. You got this. You're strong. You're capable. Let's do it. You can always not do the push-up. So if you wanted to just be here, lift, down, come center, lift. That is fine as well. So let's get started. What I'm going to do, 4 per side. So here we go. Shift your weight forward. Push up. Elbows tucked nice and tight. Come to your knee. We tap. We reach. Come back to your center. You got this. Elbows tuck. Sideways. We reach. We lift. Come back to your center. Hang in there. Breathe, breathe. Onto your side. We tap. We lift. Come center. Once you get in the groove, it might get a little easier. We tap, we lift, and center. You got this. Breathe, breathe. If you want to take it wider with those push-ups, you can. Remember, eliminate the push-ups. You absolutely can. Listen to your body. Good tap. I want to get your body moving. I want to build some strength. we tap, we lift, and center one more time each side. Good, tap, lift, and center. That means 2 more from here. Lift, we tap, we lift, and center last time. Woo, you got this. Breathe. Beautiful work, child's pose. Take a rest. Take a moment. We're rocking it out. Awesome work. Very nice. We're gonna shift forward once you're ready and drop into Superman. So we're gonna do some posterior chain. So come onto your bellies. You got this. We're gonna lift the arms, pull the shoulders back, lift the legs. Now we're gonna open or reach the arms forward and close them back in. So the legs and the arms are gonna go. So let's go 10 times. Once you join me, so come on when you're ready. Come out and pull back. Squeeze the glutes. Lengthen the legs really solid. Breathe in and out. Let's do 5 more. For 5, now we're in the groove. For 4, gaze looks down, the neck is long. 3, for 2, and 1. Awesome. Whoo-wee. Press it back. Child's pose. Awesome work. All right. Now we got the rhythm there. We're gonna do that again. So circuit style, I do want the heart rate up. That's the point of this. I want you working. I want you getting the body moving. So here we go. Actually, what am I doing up? We're getting back down. So be mindful. And if you needed to do this on a chair or a couch, you certainly could do that too. Being here and stepping forward and doing those squats. So that's an option as well, or a chair. So here we go. Let's dive into it. We're gonna go a little bit faster this round. So still working on movement, form, that range of motion. So breathe. Okay, knees underneath the hips. Plant your palms. Lift those knees. Down dog. Hover. That's 1. For 2. For 3. Step it or hop it forward. Deep squat for 3. For 2. For 1. Keep the spine long. Plant your hands. Find your bear. Down dog. Right into it. Find the strength in your body. 2. And 1. Find your hover. Step or hop forward. Deep squats. Here we go for 3. For 2. For 1. Challenge yourself. You got this. Hover. Down dog. For 3. For 2.
My shoulder can't.
For 1. Are they hurting? Are your shoulders talking?
Yeah.
If you come up, absolutely. If you want to find a chair or do something a little different, you absolutely can. Let's do 1 more of these. Down, hover, down, or back, hover, step it forward, last bit, or you could just do the squats too. Those shoulders are talking to you. Good, just get your body moving. Last time, I want you to come all the way down, hold it down, press into those thighs. Let's shift forward. Side to side, finding that nice deep squat. If you're right here, that's okay too. So I just want you to find some stillness, actually some movement within this. I like to shift. If you want to find stillness, pressing those thighs open. Take just a moment, stretch it out. Beautiful. Hands to the earth, lift those hips up, roll your spine on up, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna step right into that next movement, into those planks. So if you don't want to do those push-ups, if that's too much on your shoulders, just stay in this position. You can be really gentle on the wrists. So it's not a lot of pressure here, just staying on that knee if you want to do that. So otherwise, let's go into it, pressing those hips forward, shoulders back and down. Push up, side plank, reach, lift, modify if you need to, press down, side plank, tap, lift, good. If you're feeling really zesty, you're welcome to come up on those toes. I'm just doing the modified version today. Good, breathe, reach, lift, or simply no push-ups. Listen in. Breathe, reach, lift, and center. Push up, reach, tap, lift, and center. One more each side. You got this. Good. Seeing where everyone's at today. Breathe, lift, child's pose. Lovely. Come on back. You want to bring those arms behind you. Feel free to do that, bringing the crown down towards the earth. So good. Find your breath. Find your connection. Roll yourself up when you're ready. Roll the shoulders back a few times. Let's shake out the wrists if those are bothering you. Remember, another option going forward, if you have little push-up bars, if that's better on wrists, we can also work with those. So I'll give first video trying to figure out where everyone's at and where we need to be. So totally fine wherever you need to be. All right, we're gonna come back to your belly. Lay it on down. Let's find that hover. And once again, if you wanted to just do the legs or just the arms, that's okay too. So lift everything if you can. Strengthen through the belly. We're gonna come out and in, out and in. You got this. Pulling those elbows in, really strong through the belly. Let's go 5 more, keeping your gaze down towards the mat, lengthening up through the spine. Pulling those elbows back. Let's go 3, for 2. Hold it back right here. Lift, lift, lift. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Press it back. Child's pose. So nice. Breathe, breathe. Walk yourself over to the left and right. The other side. Excellent. Let's come forward. Nice. So because you have some shoulders hurting or wrists hurting, let's switch up the last round to standing, to working in the legs. So instead of being on a rest, let's come up to stand. I just want to modify, be where people are at today. So last round this way. Good. Let's come into it. Feet are nice and wide. We're going to come into a nice deep squat. Let's lift those legs. So opposite leg will lift. We'll do this 10 times. Breathe, lift. Good. Lift. That means 10 each side. So 20 squats. Lift. You got it. Keep it controlled. Keep that belly tight. Keep those shoulders back and down. Lifting through those side bodies. Those hips, those glutes are working. Good. Breathe, breathe. I think we have like 10 more left. For 10. Getting out of that upper body. For 9. And 8. 7. I do want you to feel it. 6. 5. And 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. Stand up. Beautiful. Back into it. All right, push-ups to side planks or just side plank to side plank. Your choice. I'm gonna do the push-ups. Number right here is far less.
Oh, man.
Yeah, far less abrasive on the shoulders. So if you want to come up to a chair, you can do that. So here we are, side to side. I promise this is the last round. Push up, reach, finding that side body. Good. You are strong. You are capable. Breathe. Exhale. Good. Let's do just a few more here. Good. Reach. Center. Let's go. One more each side. Reach. Lift last time. Or just shifting or simply holding your plank. Good. Lift. Child's pose. Maybe your arms go behind you. Relax. Whatever you need to do. Good. And then roll your spine on up. Let's come onto our bellies one last time. Let's find those movements. Belly down. Finding strength in the spine. Shoulders back out of the ears. Let's lift. Let's come out and in. You don't have to lift super high. If you can lift higher, do so. Be mindful of where your body's at to reach. Remember, if you have any shoulder things, let's just lift those legs. That's okay too. Good, I wanna give you options. Breathe. Let's go 5 and 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, hold here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Press it back, knees wide, toes together, child's pose. Whatever you need to do to relax your upper body and your spine, do so. Take just a moment. We have another circuit. It's not going to be full body, it's going to be just core. So core focused. Roll it on up, more Pilates based. It is going to be 3 rounds if you can hang in. If not, take a break. I would much prefer you to take a break, take your time, adjust what you need to do. That is perfectly fine. So the first one is going to be a plank with tap. So if that's not working for you today, come higher. So I'd like you to grab a chair or a couch or something that feels better for you so that we're not putting so much weight on the shoulders. So that might look like this, or you just bend and straighten, or that might come onto your forearms, bend and straighten, or a higher platform. And if that doesn't work for you, you can come to a wall even and just hold a plank on the wall, straight arms or on your forearms. So take those modifications, totally fine. Be where you're at if we have some soreness in those shoulders. So let's find our planks for this first one. You're welcome just to hold the plank. It is going to be for a minute. So lengthen up. I want you to tap the floor, lift those legs, straighten. So while we're in a plank, so come along with me here. I really want that mindfulness through the whole body. The more we strengthen those shoulders, tighten them up, wrapping those biceps inwards, you guys keep going. The stronger those shoulders will become, pulling those scapulas back, lengthening up through those legs. If the movement doesn't work for you, take it out. If you want to be right here, please do so. I want this to be attainable for all of you. Breathe, tap and lift. Good, about 30 more seconds. Hold strong. Do what you need to do. Take a break if you need. Breathe. Good. 15. You got this. You're strong. You're capable. Awesome work. 5, not easy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it back, relax. Shake out the wrists, both directions. Nice. Roll it on up. Let's come to our seat. No wrists this time. Seat or feet on the earth. You're welcome to grab your thighs if you need to have assistance. Otherwise, using your core, tucking the pelvis, we're going to roll back 1 vertebra at a time. Your heels will come in. Your arms will lift to the sky. Your hips will lift. We're going to roll it down. The feet will come out a little bit. Roll it back up. So it's kind of like a sit-up, but we're doing the roll up. Grab the thighs for modifications. Rolling down, pulling the heels in, lifting the seat up, rolling back down. So let's continue with what I'm doing. You guys come along with me. Good. We're gonna go for about 50 more seconds just because I was kind of demoing. We'll get the most out of it. Lift, roll back, pull the heels in, lift your hips, roll up, roll forward, roll back, heels in, lift those hips, come forward, roll up, roll back, heels in, lift the hips. You got this. Let's do about 10 more seconds. So let's get 2 more bridges in there. Pull it in. We'll hold the bridge on the next one. Come forward. Come on back. Lift those hips. Let's pulse it right here. Pulse and pulse. Hips lift to the sky. Find that bridge. For 5 little bonus round. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll your spine down. Roll it back up. Let's come into a quick forward fold. Excellent work. And then we're going to come right back onto our spines for double leg stretch. So I'll give you modifications here if the full one doesn't work for you. First modifier, your head stays on the floor. The legs are going to all come into a tabletop position. If you're advancing here, we're going to peel the shoulder blades off the mat, tucking the chin, reaching your hands towards your ankles. The legs are going to come out, the arms are going to go overhead. We pull back in, modifiers, legs to the sky, right here. This is a less abrasive. If that's what works for you, do that. Even if your head's on the floor, right here. So modifier 1, modifier 2, lifting the head, modifier or the full variation for 3. Let's go. Breathe out and in, out and in, pulling that belly button in. Breathe, breathe, peeling the shoulder blades off the mat. You got this, less than 30 more seconds. If you need to take a break, hug those knees in, take the modifiers. That is perfectly fine. Breathe. Good. All levels, all variations. Let's go. 10, 9, you can go even slower than I'm going if you like. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That was a long count, huh? Hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees, give them a swirl. Beautiful work. Super nice. Other direction. Awesome work. Good. Let's rock and roll on our spine. Good. We have 2 more rounds. This next time, if you're like, I'm done with planks, I've had enough, let's do something different than that. So if you would like to just come into a bridge and just focus on bridging, no shoulder stuff, do that. If you would like to challenge yourself, come into another plank with me. We're going to do a little bit of a different variation. So hands down. Bring those toes back. You want to modify right here is perfectly fine. Just holding that for a minute. Otherwise, let's lift one leg and then the other leg. Do your best. If you're on the wall, so that's another option, so you guys keep going. If you're on the wall, I think you can see me here. Right here, lift and lift. Your shoulders are not a big part of it, but you're still working that core. So those are options. Listen into your body. So if you guys are continuing here, I hope you are. Let's do about 20 more seconds. Good. If you want to hold your plank, whatever you need to do. Breathe, breathe. I'm here to push you, but you also need to listen to yourself. Good. Hang in there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, child's pose. Take a rest. Beautiful. Take a moment. Wiggle it out. Relax the shoulders. Shake out the wrists. Roll it on up. Come back to relax. So this next one I feel is pretty gentle, especially if you're modifying. Do your best. All right, back to your seat. Let's roll it down. I know, minimal breaks. We're going right into it. Arms float, hips lift. The smooch should feel pretty good. Rolling through the spine, rolling up, using your thighs to assist you if you need that. Rolling down, heels in. Good. I wanted to make this workout a little bit different. I wanted it to be a little bit more intense. Good. Then say my yoga or Pilates classes. I wanted more of a structure to get your heart rate up, to get you moving and repetition with the body, breaking down those muscles a little bit, building that strength, yes, fatiguing those areas. That's why we're doing the repetition right now. Heels in, we lift. Good, hang in there. Let's go 3 more times, heels in, hips lift. You're rocking it. Go ahead, pull it in. We lift. 1 more time. We lift. I'm really bad at counting, guys. Let's hold it here. Arms up, pulse it, pulse it, pulse it. You got it. Squeeze those tushes, bums, whatever you want to call them. There we go. We lift for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Roll it on down. If you want to just stay on the floor, hug one knee in, and then the other knee in if you like. That's cool. We can just stay on the ground for our next one. So finding those double leg stretches. Another option is a single leg stretch right here. That might be a little bit more gentle for you. So please, please listen in. All right, we have those different modifications. So peeling the shoulder blades up, full variation. I'm gonna go right into it. Follow along with me here, or legs to the sky. Please put your head down if this is really bothering your neck. Good, shoulders lift really strong through the core. Breathe. You are strong. You are capable. You got this. Good. Let's go 20 more seconds. Breathe, breathe. Slow it down. Take a break, whatever you need to do. Good. Let's go 5 and 4. Keeping those shoulder blades lifted if that's the variation you're doing. 2 and 1. Hug it in. Take those knees, circle them out. We have one more round and we are completely done. So hang in there. You're rocking it. You're doing well. Good. Hands behind the thighs. Let's rock and roll the spines. Excellent work. Rock it forward. Okay. One more round of planks. I know it. It's a lot. It is a lot. You're like, oh man, first workout, we're doing 3 minutes of planking. It's not all at one time. So please, variations, if you want to just do a bridge and you're like, I'm done with planking, do a bridge. Go to the wall if you're really fatigued, or join me here in a modifier or the full variation. All right, if you want to actually, let's come into our forearms. Palms down, let's get out of those wrists. Still in the shoulders, yes, shoulders in your socket. So let's press it back. And we're just gonna bend one knee and then the other knee. So marching it out, one knee and then the other knee. So that's right here, bend and bend, just marching it out or holding your plank right here. If you're tired, if you're done, whatever works, hang in there. March it out, breathe. You got this. 30 more seconds. Pulling the belly in really strong through the glutes. Your gaze is looking down towards the floor. The shoulders are in your sockets. Lengthening through the necks. Good. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Press it back. Child's pose. That was your last plank of the day. Didn't realize quite how many planks I was doing. So we did the hovers earlier. So a way to rock it, way to stick it in there with me. Roll it up, roll the shoulders back. Lovely work. All right. Come on forward. Last time through. If you need to change up anything on this one, you can. Let's bring those arms up, roll the spine down. Hopefully this is a really nice, more of a restful movement for you. Lift those hips, roll your spine. Please go as slow as you want to with this. This is not about speed. It's about control. It's about connecting with your body. Good. I know sometimes through those bigger movements, it's hard to focus. It's hard to connect. So just being really mindful of everything we're doing, that's the point of this. Being in tune with your body, of where you need to be in this moment. Breathe, exhale. Inhale. Lift, exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. Roll it up. Inhale. I think I did the exhale on the wrong point last time. Exhale down. So you exhale with the energy, with the movement. Inhale, up. If it reverses, that's okay. It just works more efficiently this way. Let's do one more time after this. Good. Roll it on up. Roll it on down. Here we go. Heels in. Lift those hips. Let's pulse it. Little pulses. Grounding into your feet, into the shoulder blades, pulling the shoulder blades down towards the earth. Little pulses. Ribs knit down, belly's engaged. Focus on the body. Let's get 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it down. Keep yourself on your spine. Hug your knees into your chest for a quick little rock out side to side. Back to our little hollow double leg stretch. Feel free to take those modifications. So now we know what we're doing. Legs up. Reach. Here we go. Last bit. Good. Out and in. Go slow. Legs to the sky might feel much better for you. Good. In and out. Breathe. Really try and keep it going. Really connect. Pulling that belly button down. The entire spine is connected with the mat. I want you to do these right. And I know we're fatiguing. So be really mindful of that we're not pooching our bellies, that we're taking the movement that works for our bodies. Breathe. Good. Let's go about 10 more seconds to slow count. 10, 9, I should get a timer. 8, just counting in my head. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it if you can, 5, 4, last bit, 3, 2, and hug it in. So good. Flex your feet and point them. Oh, I got a little cramp in my calf there. Let's wiggle out those ankles. So good, everyone. Not easy stuff. Good. Rock them out in little circles. Get a nice stretch in. Lengthen the right leg nice and long. Pull the left knee into the chest. Really pull it in. Feeling that little stretch in the hip flexor. Scoot over just a little bit. And then take that knee, pull it across the body, pulling it down towards the earth, keeping the shoulders on the ground, opening your heart, look to the other direction. Good. Just take a moment here, feeling that twist. Good. Really connecting with how you're feeling right now. Being proud of the movement you just did. Breathe. Taking this time for yourself to stretch, to cool down. Let's lengthen that leg. Pull the other one in towards the chest. Maybe wiggle the ankle out a little bit. Get a nice deep stretch. And then when you're ready, pull that knee across the body as far as you can, allowing for that rotation, pulling the shoulder blades down towards the earth, looking the opposite direction. Taking a breath. Let's go 3. Finding that breath and that twist. For 2, exhale. Inhale. And 1, bring it back to your center. Let's pull both knees in towards the armpits. And then bring both soles up towards the sky into happy baby. So rocking it out. Pulling down on the feet, opening up those hips, rocking it out, being playful with your baby here. Good. Do whatever works. If you're grabbing your ankles also is where you can reach, that's fine. Go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Press those knees outwards for a quick little laying butterfly stretch. Go ahead and then bring the feet down towards the earth into a low, what is this called? I don't know. All right, brain fart right now. Anyways, we're gonna bring it down and let the legs open up. Knees out wide, soles together, hands on the belly. I just want you to refocus in on that breath. We're gonna do some round or square breathing. So that is breathing, inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts, exhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts. So we're gonna begin on your next inhale for 1, 2, filling your belly, 3, and 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now continue on your own for 4 more rounds. Just being in tune with your body, your breath, how you're feeling. Trying to just focus on that breath, clearing your mind of any thoughts that might be trickling back in there. And probably about 1 more round. Beautiful. Let's bring your hands underneath your legs. Bring your legs together. Pull your knees into your chest. Grab a hold of your shins or your thighs. Let's rock and roll on our spines. Maybe the legs shoot over your head if you like. Maybe that feels good. Getting through that whole spine. Do what feels right. On your next one, we'll come onto a seat. Beautiful. Let's come on up. Let's come to a Z pattern here. I actually meant to do these in the beginning class. They're a really nice way to open up those hips. So finding that Z position, we're going to just look over your left shoulder. And then come around. We're just going to rotate those legs if you can and look over your other shoulder. Getting that nice twist. Good. And then we'll come to the other side. If you want to help with your hands, that's fine. Maybe you can do it without your hands. Good. Let's do this one more time, each direction. Just getting those hips open. Good. One last time. Very nice. Let's come through center. Cross those legs. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take a nice big inhale. Exhale, twist. Pulling the shoulders down. Lovely work. Taking just a nice deep breath into that rotation. Exhale, twisting fully. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Looking over your shoulders, lengthening up through your spine. Take just a moment. Come through center. Let's interlace those hands behind you, pulling those shoulders down. Maybe the hands reach the mat. And let's just bring your head to the left, circle to the right. Good. To the left and circle to the right. So cool downs are just as important as the movement itself. Making sure we stretch, prevent injuries, prevent soreness. Roll our shoulders back, although it's nice being sore sometimes, but sometimes it can be a little cumbersome if it's too much. So we want to protect that. Let's cross the arm over. Really stretch it out. We did a lot of shoulder work, so I apologize if we had some cranky shoulders going on. Not my intention at all. So going forward, we'll just design classes that have all the modifications, and we'll give them all to you so that certain positions aren't as cranky or aren't as cumbersome on the body. So I want all different levels, all different movements. I want to challenge you, certainly, but I also want this to be attainable for your body. So finding where you're at. This is the first movement of this workout. So you guys rocked it. It was a bit more intense than I had originally planned. Reach out, down into the spine. Good. Sometimes write things down and just gotta figure it out as we go. And then roll it on up. We'll take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. And I just want you to pause here for just a moment. Growing really tall through the spine, feeling the tailbone rooted into the floor. Take a nice deep breath and sigh it out. Just release the tension, let it go. We'll do it 3 times, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Last time. All the tension, release it, let it go. And just take this moment to thank yourself for showing up, for joining and embarking on this journey with me in this program. As we go, we'll adjust, we'll figure out what works for our bodies, and just be as intuitive as you possibly can with yourself. Be mindful and respect the journey, respect your body and where it needs to be. And thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. And we can connect now with any questions, any concerns. Feel free to join in, unmute yourselves, and we can have a discussion. Thank you guys for bearing with me, moving with me this morning. I'll come a little closer. Yeah. How are we all feeling?
Good.
Great.
We get our sweat on a bit.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So we had some cranky shoulders.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they were bothering you.
I've been having some shoulder issues.
Yeah.
Talk to you about the medical thing.
Okay. Well, we'll and going further in the future, I will design modifications for shoulders when that time comes. So yeah, perfect. And how do you ladies feel?
I feel great.
Good, excellent. And were the movements okay for you?
What?
Were the movements okay for all of you?
Yeah, they were fine for me. I'm not as used to exercising without shoes on because I don't do a lot of Pilates or yoga.
Yeah.
So, sometimes like with plank, being on my toes is actually what hurts, more than my shoulders. So that's something my feet will get more accustomed to, I guess.
For sure. And if you wanted to wear shoes, if that felt better for you, you can do that. I've been working out barefoot like majority of my life, I guess.
Yeah, you probably don't even think of it.
But yeah, those are totally things. And if
Yeah.
you were having wrist issues, you could use bars, you can use dumbbells. Sometimes that doesn't work very well, but that's something we can use to adjust. Or just simply coming up, using a wall. You can do a lot of the same movements. They're not nearly as intense, but using a wall for those movements to take off the pressure of wrists or shoulders or anything going on. So, or toes. So, and wear shoes if you need to. Good. Do you have any other questions, concerns?
Stephanie, I was really grateful that the exercises this morning were not too easy
Yes.
and also not too hard. So at least for me, it was just right.
Perfect. I really was trying to find a middle ground, and I understand we're all at different levels, and so it's like, what do I do to accommodate everyone? It's a small thing, but I want you to sweat. I want to challenge you. And
Good.
further, I do want to. Every movement is going to be a bit different, so every week is going to have a different theme and a different format that we're going to do. Some might be more similar to others, but I don't want you to be discouraged when it comes to if something's too hard. I really want you to listen to my modifications. And if something's too easy, maybe you take that step, or I'll shout out, be like, hey, you want to up it? Let's come into that full plank. Let's come into the full push-ups, and we'll go from there. So good. Thank you for your feedback. I appreciate that. So excellent. Well, going forth for the other two of you, Allison, and you said, was it Kathy or Kathleen?
It's Kathleen.
Kathleen, perfect. For the two of you, just fill out those forms thoroughly, and when you're able or you have that convenience, and then take a picture and you can email them to me so that I have a better idea of your bodies and what's going on with your health. And then I will shoot back an email, or if you want to set up, for any of you, set up a phone appointment, just to have a real chat about what's going on, and then we can nutritionally go forward with it. I do have a lot of experience with the world of dieting and the chaos and the horrors of it. I am really, really, really anti-dieting. I don't believe in them at all. The books I gave you are guidelines just to get you, if you wanted guidelines to be like, well, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start. Those are guidelines. The intuitive eating book, if you have any sort of issues around food, that's the one I would recommend. The Whole30 is pretty intense. I'm only doing it because it's a nice cleanse. It's a nice way to set, and there's no restriction in it besides the food itself. There's a lot of restriction with the food, all the carbohydrates, all the sugars, but there's no restriction in calories, so you can eat all you want, and it's really rich, hearty food. And so I've been really satisfied on it. If that doesn't work for you, that's fine. So I really want you to all follow throughout this program to feel better in your bodies and your minds, more of an intuitive way of eating. So being really mindful of, are you hungry, and what does my body telling me? That's really important. Is sometimes we don't know how to listen in. There's times where I'm on my period, or I've done a really hard workout. I'm like, I need a burger. That's what I need sometimes. My body tells me that. And so cueing in, be like, why am I craving that? Or if you are craving a lot of sugar, have you eaten enough carbohydrates? Was your lunch just some greens and some chicken and not satisfying? So I want you to get in all the good fats, all the good proteins. it's so important that we eat full nourishing meals. And what I've discovered over time, I eat 3 meals a day, and sometimes I have that snack in between for blood, like for, I have fluctuations with my blood sugar, so I have to eat more frequently. But I don't like snacking. I don't really think that it's great unless you need it, absolutely. So that in between meal, but you have 3 solid standard meals that really keep you full. That will help your journey so much. And not restricting. I emphasize not restricting. The restriction is what's going to create that binge eating cycle. And I don't know if any of you go through that, but I think most of us do. Most of us has experienced that, or we can't find that balance. And so if you allow yourself to eat, and if you want the pastry, go get the darn pastry, eat it, but eat it with joy. Eating it with joy, eating it without the harshness on your body and telling yourself, oh, I did that again, or I fell off the wagon. That is not helping you. So eat it and enjoy it. I can't emphasize that enough. I remember the very first time I ate a scone, and I didn't have regret. After my 8 years of my eating scone. I ate a darn scone and I enjoyed every bite of it. And I had so much joy eating it. And this is what I mean. Like, don't restrict yourself. If you want a cookie, go get it. But, be mindful. Don't eat them all day, every day. If you know you're going to eat the whole box, just buy one from a bakery and enjoy the heck out of it. It really is what changed my life. Once I admitted that, and I share my story because it's so pertinent and it's what I can relate with everyone on. And I think that most women in general really struggle with it. That self-acceptance, that shaming, that disordered mindset around food. And not that all of you are in that, but I think that it's reality of sharing my 2-piece and with kind of my story behind that. Once I admitted, that I had a problem, that I needed help, and I started telling my story, is when my life changed. So I encourage the 3 of you, if you're having any issues at all, to express yourself, talk to your loved ones, say what's going on, be okay with it, trying to find a balance, a connection with your body, with food. Looking in the mirror every morning, having an affirmation is something that's helped me a lot. I don't do it every morning anymore, but I need to, for sure. Telling yourself you love yourself, telling yourself you're grateful for the body that you have and what it does for you, because it is so important that we learn that we are so much more than our bodies, that our worth is not in our bodies, it is not in what we look like. So I wanted to share that with you and encourage that. And as we progress, please use me as a resource, because I have a lot of information to share. I might be younger, but I've been through a lot. Do you have anything to say on that? Sorry, I'm going on my soapbox, but I wanted to thank you guys. No, we're good.
Oh, yeah, I want to say that your story and the way you're sharing it is very inspirational. And it feels like an act of generosity. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, a big thing for me is I don't care about the whole image behind thing or necessarily what I look like, the big thing is sharing something that can help other people. And the reason I'm in this is precisely because of what I've been through. And I would not be here if I didn't want to help other people. So I appreciate that. And I try to be as genuine in my nature as I can. I mean, that's who I am. So thank you. So anyways, well, this will conclude this session. We'll meet again on Thursday. For the other 2 of you, just get me those forms, please, if you can. And next week will be focused on, I forget what we're doing. It's in the pamphlet. I think it'll be mindfulness, self-love. So that will be the focus. So I will see you then. Plan out your week and get kind of your meal plan, whatever is situated. If you want a little bit of assistance with that, if you're feeling like you're struggling with that, shoot me an email and we can connect, either email or talk. So please.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you all.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Now do I have the papers?